What up, guys? Welcome back to Base Damage. Here with me today is actually quite a few people, even though Joe Schmo's in the other room, he's there. We got on camera
Matt,
and to the side we have Timmy and 8 Ball.
Yo.
We're just kind of hanging out for 4th of July, but figured, you know, record some deck profiles while we're at it. This is a Angel Beats deck. We're borrowing it from our buddy Jason. Shout outs to you, bro, from the Blue Ox community.
Hi, son.
Because I realized I don't know if I'm like, yeah, right. He's really the only Angel Beats player I've ever played against. So
it was before your time, my friend.
It really was before my time, way before my time. I started when Gun Gale became a thing, like when the Gun Gale pack came
I
out.
got rid of Angel Beats around then.
So I realize we don't have that on the channel really. So if you can get the cards, which like most of this is from the trial deck, but it's like a lot of the stuff's still fairly cheap depending on what you look for. But figured might as well show it off. Now let's get right to it. Just had to show the washi.
Oh my god. I didn't notice that till now.
You're welcome. So
damn it, Nozomi, you started a trend.
We're gonna go ahead and get this.
They came first. Dear Jesus.
Technically, yeah.
Nozomi, why?
So 4 copies of this. What the hell is this called? I'm sorry. Sekine Loves Pranks. She has a very interesting effect because a lot of effects in here involve sending cards to the memory. So over time, you do a decent bit of compression with this. When she becomes reversed, you can pay 1, discard 1, and send this to the memory to search your deck for a music character. So she throws herself in there for compression later by the time you refresh, and then you still compress a little bit more from searching, which is pretty cool. Plus hand fixing if you have extra climaxes, so it's pretty nice. Then we have Washi. All of your characters in front of her get 500 power. And then when she is also reversed, you can pay 1 to send her to memory. So, if you open up with a whole bunch of cards, like a whole bunch of not really good level 0s to throw down, but you still want to go ahead and put down a little bit extra compression, she's nice just to swing with. And if your opponent happens to reverse her, you get the compression. It's all good. This is reminiscent of Takitsukage from Kantai. It's a brainstorm. Pay 1. You don't have to tap, so it's you can spam it. Pay 1, mill 4 for every climax. Search your deck for a music character, add to hand, and then discard a card. So pretty cool. We got 2 copies of this overpowered Yui Sex Appeal. Yeah. She's a 35, but basically her drawback is when she swings, you reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a climax card, she gets minus 3,000 power for the turn. So that's not really a drawback I've seen a whole bunch before. So I've seen like negative soul drawbacks. I've never really seen that big of a massive power drawback for a lot of the newer stuff. So it's kind of cool to see, like, especially...
It's cool to see how older cards took drawbacks more seriously than now.
Yeah. 2 copies of Always Together, Sekine and Irie. All it has is a bond. Basically, on play, you can pay 1 to get back this level 2 Cool Beauty Iwasawa from your waiting room back to your hand. So that's pretty decent. Just be able to get this because this is also one of your bigger climax combos for a nice little change. And then lastly is this level 0 Yuri. All of your other death characters get plus 500 power, so it's a global. And then when one of your death characters becomes reversed in battle, you can choose a character and give it 500 power. So a little bit extra buff, and you really just run 1. Like, it's perfectly fine because there's other back row stuff you're going to want to run over her, which will be showing up in the level 1s in a second here. So for level 0s, we have 8, 10, 13 level 0s. Kind of short, but it works. Especially if you absolutely need to. If you do get those, you can search for more level 0s if you absolutely have to. So, but this deck does a lot of just sending stuff to memory. It is actually fairly insane. So I'll go ahead and show the one I'm talking about that you would really like to have back row, because it's a double rare. It's a very powerful card. But to start off the level 1s is this Tenchi. It was Kanade. All of your other death characters get character encore.
Shit.
So she doesn't count herself, but you keep her back row.
That's
and
good.
Like Tillavru wishes they had this for the shenanigans with Mikan and whatnot. Because oh my goodness, it's just such a really cool card. Like, granted, if you have 2 of them on the field for whatever, and your opponent tries to pop 1, you can encore. Then you can tap her to choose one of your characters, and that character gets 1,000 power till end of turn. Pretty cool. 1 copy of this Kanade. During your turn, if the number of your cards in your memory is 2 or more, she gets 2,000 power. So she can become an 85 for 1 cost on your turn. So pretty cool. And then, like, as long as this is on the field, she gets reversed during your opponent's turn. Encore her back, and then she's back to an 85 your turn. So, random little vanilla, just a 1K, 1/7K. 2 copies. This is actually really good. I really like this. If you have, as long as you have a card in your memory, she gets plus 1,500 power. So she's a level 1 free, and basically becomes a 5. She becomes a free 6K as long as you have a card in memory. So your early level 0 plays that can throw stuff in memory, this is so good. Jason doesn't really have any more copies of this, but if you end up making this type of deck, you get more of that. It's such a good card. So then you have 2 of this Iwasawa. When this becomes reversed, you can pay the cost, which is pay 2 stock and put this card into your memory as well. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 death character, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand. So it's another one of those, just, you get pushed to level 1 earlier, and just you want to just more compression, more search, and just really drive home that compression. 2 copies of this 1/1 Yui. Yui's such adorable. I'm sorry. This is the first climax combo of the deck with this blind sock and a soul across the board. Operation Tornado featuring Yui. When she swings, if you got the climax in play, you can deal yourself a damage from the top of the deck. She gets 4,000 power until the end of turn, and your opponent cannot use Encore. Reminiscent of of Amatsu Kaze from Kantai. Just a lesser power buff, but same stats, and you don't take a damage off the Amatsu Kaze, but really fun if your opponent's got something big. She gets huge. I mean, do the math. That's 10-5 by her own effect, 11-5. Oh yeah, just 10-5. I'm sorry, because that's not a buff. I'm still thinking the Amatsu Kaze is a 1K1 spin trigger. So she becomes a 10-5. She can kill stuff at level 2. I mean, and then
level 1,
keep her... no, I'm saying at level 2. If you drop her still at level 2, she can still kill stuff becoming a 10-5. And then the Kanade on the field, she happens to die, Encore back, done. So, really good there. So, 4 copies of that climax, just saying in case I forget. A 1 cost backup Kanade, which is 2K backup, and then I'm just going to make a reference to SAO here. 2 copies of Self-Sacrifice. Basically, it's a counter event. Pay 1, choose a character, give it 3,500 power until end of turn. So, really cool. Basically, the exact same as Self-Sacrifice, Mind Shock from Log Horizon, etc. So, a lot of crazy one-ups, but 2, 4, 7 plus 6 is 13 level 1s.
9 plus 6.
Yeah.
That's
7
15.
He said 7 plus
1, 2, yeah. 13 level
I can't
1s.
math today. It's the 4th of July.
You at least know it's the... Made the
we haven't even been drinking yet, so.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
You say yet, so...
might happen soon.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this meme out there. Sorry. Anyone who's seen the OVA, this is one of the best characters ever. But to start off the level 2s, we're just gonna start with this backup of the Ninja Chick, Sheena. So she's a 2,500 backup, but when you use the backup, you can pay 2 to basically shuffle your waiting room and your deck back together, and you just have a new deck right then and there. So, and because of that, you don't take a refresh penalty, which is pretty cool. So just 1 copy of her, but because mostly the deck is yellow for level 1 and up, but character backups don't check color. We got 2 copies of this Iwasawa. She is a assist to your level 2 or higher characters in front and gives them 1,000 power. And if the number of cards in your memory is 3 or more, she gets the continuous effect of a bonus 500 to the characters in front, regardless of what level they are. So your level 2 and higher characters, as long as you meet that memory ability, is getting plus 15 each. So it's on in front of her, which is pretty cool. Crow Song Iwasawa, just 1 copy. 1, she has hexproof. I didn't realize hexproof went all the way back to like freaking Angel Beats, but she can't be chosen by your opponent's effects. And she gets 500 power for each of your other music characters, which is, for the most part, the whole deck. Like, for the cards that hit the field. I realize that's not a music character, but that doesn't hit the field. So, she can get big, easily become a 9K, and with hexproof is just amazing to me.
Hexproof being a reference to
Yami.
magic.
Yeah. Then to round out the level 2s, we have 4 copies of Cool Beauty Iwasawa. To which, let me go cry in a corner right now. She's a 75, but she has a climax combo with Memories of Girl Demo. When you play Girl Demo, you can send her to your memory to summon the Realizing a Dream Yui, level 3, from your hand. So, more going into the memory shenanigans, and that's off of just playing it. No other cost, just play that summon from hand, just straight out. So, really nice early play. And Girl Demo is a draw 2K and a soul. So, that's it for the level 2s.
Global 2K1?
No, it's a draw 2K and a soul to one character.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Is there even a card that does a global 2K1?
No, there's they put out some new climaxes that do 2K and a soul to 2 different characters.
Yeah.
But that's 8 level 2s, and that's perfectly fine. There's no problem with that whatsoever. Level 3s, actually really nice hefty amount of level 3s that I like here. 4 of the Realizing a Dream Yui, which is really good. I have to refresh myself on this. If the number of music characters you have in your memory is 2 or more, she gets 1,000, so it can easily be just a straight 10-5, seeing as what this deck does is memory related. When she's placed on the stage from your hand, so even by the change effect, you heal 1, and when she attacks, if also Memories of Girl Demo is in the climax area, all of your death characters get plus 3,500 power until end of turn. So,
Board wipe.
if you do drop this at level 2 with that, just huge. Doing the math there, she's a 10-5 by her own effect, plus that
Makes her 14.
makes her a 14. And if you give the 2K to her, because you basically, if you play this, you can wait until you do the, if you do the chain shenanigans, it's whatever. She could be a 16 with that, so pretty cool. And then lastly, Little Braver Yui is, hi Isaiah. If the number of climax cards in your waiting room is 6 or more, she gets -1 level in hand, so early play is really good. She gets 500 power for each of your other music characters, so just can become even bigger. Also become like an 11-5, which is freaking crazy. And refreshing my memory on the last effect, I apologize. This activates up to 1 time per turn. During the turn that this is placed from stage to hand, if damage dealt by this the opponent was cancelled, you may deal 1 damage. So, cancel burn for the turn that she's played, which is pretty cool. And just be able to like go ahead and get that like early play cancel burn stuff, even if you can, if you are able to drop her early, is pretty cool. And if not, it's really good for a finisher. So that's 7 level 3s. And then just to round out the climaxes, before I forget, 4 of the Operation Tornado, which is Blind Stock and a Soul to everybody, and 4 of the Memories of Girl Demo, and let's draw 2K and a Soul.
And a lot of crit
A
potential.
lot of double crits in this deck, but it's so cool. So, obviously, you don't want to see multiples of these back to back, but if that damage sticks, it's whatever. So, thank y'all very much for watching. Shout outs to Jason once again, because just really, really awesome. I've played against this deck several times. Yeah, I know, right? And Matt.
Focus.
That's cool. If you want to see another particular type of deck profile on the channel, if you want to see a particular topic, rogue deck review, send them in. Send in rogue deck reviews. We don't care at this point. Just send them in. It just be much appreciated. Apparently, people like them. Particular topic on the podcast, comment it. Just comment, tell us stuff. Be much appreciated. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all on the flip side. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and happy 4th of July.